Hey everyone! Today we're pulling back the curtain on something most of us absolutely love theme parks. We're going to explore the hidden blueprint, the secret architecture that makes your day feel so perfect. You know that feeling, right? You walk through the main gates, you hear the music, you see the castle. It's like you've been transported to a whole different world. It feels like pure, unfiltered magic. But what if I told you that every single bit of that magic isn't magic at all? What if it's actually pure psychology? Part of a meticulously engineered plan designed to make you feel that way? Well, let's uncover that blueprint. Okay, first up, magic by design. We have to start at the very beginning, because the kind of theme park experience we all know and love today, yeah, that didn't just happen by accident. It was a completely revolutionary idea. Think about the old school amusement parks, like Coney Island. They were just chaotic, right? A total free-for-all of rides and stalls all crammed together. It was a massive sensory overload. But then Walt Disney came along and totally flipped the script. He imagined an intentional, engineered experience, a controlled immersion where every single detail was part of one big, cohesive story. So, how'd they pull that off? Well, believe it or not, it starts right under your feet. The physical layout of the park is engineering your every single step. The main goal is to manage something called your cognitive load. In other words, they want to make getting around so effortless that your brain doesn't have to work hard on navigation. And when your brain is free, well, it's free to enjoy the moment. And, crucially, it's also free to open your wallet. This isn't just a hunch, it's a real concept called cognitive load theory. The idea is super simple. If you're not stressed about where to go or constantly looking at a map, you're just a happier, more engaged guest. And a happy guest, that's a guest who's way more likely to buy that churro or that t-shirt. This is the classic design, the hub and spoke model. It's genius. Just think of Cinderella Castle. That's your central hub, this massive visual anchor. And from there, all the different themed lands radiate out like spokes on a wheel. You can almost always see the hub, so you never feel truly lost. It's an elegant design that just melts away anxiety and guides you effortlessly. Walt Disney himself actually had a term for these giant landmarks, weenies. Yep, you heard that right. Just like you dangle a weenie to lead a dog, these huge visual magnets, a castle, a spaceship, a spooky-looking tower, are there to pull you deeper and deeper into the park. And it's definitely not an accident that the paths to these weenies are lined with tempting shops and snack stands. And this brings us to probably the most well-known trick in the book, the exit through the gift shop. Come on, we've all been there. You've just had this amazing, thrilling experience on a ride, you're full of adrenaline and joy, and then the exit path conveniently funnels you, with no other options, directly into a store filled with merchandise from that exact ride. That impulse to grab a piece of that feeling is almost impossible to resist. But it's not always so in your face. A lot of these influences are way more subtle. The paths are intentionally curved to make you feel like you're on an adventure, which also happens to increase your exposure to shops. That incredible smell of popcorn, that's being intentionally pumped into the air to make you hungry. Even the benches are strategically placed right next to snack carts. It's all working on you all the time. All right, section 3, the masterful art of waiting. So, the park has guided you to an attraction, and now comes the part we all dread, the line. But as you're about to see, even this is a masterpiece of psychological design. 90 minutes. We've all seen a wait time sign like this. An hour and a half. I mean, in any other context, that is an eternity. It should be a completely miserable experience. And yet, a lot of the time it isn't. How is that possible? Well, theme park designers have become absolute masters of manipulating our perception of time, turning what should be a tedious wait into part of the experience itself. So here's how they do it. It's all about cue psychology. First, they use switchbacks, snaking the line back and forth so you can never really see the true end. This reduces that initial, oh no, feeling. Then they create an illusion of progress by keeping you constantly shuffling forward, which feels so much better than just standing still. And the biggest trick of all, they make the queue part of the story with immersive theming and interactive stuff that actually distracts you from the fact that you're waiting. But let's be real, managing your boredom isn't the only goal here. That line is also a prime commercial opportunity. After all, you are a captive audience. Where are you going to go? So while you're waiting, you might find a little cart selling themed hats or a vending machine with a cold drink. And of course, there's the ultimate way to monetize the wait, paid systems like Genie Plus or Express Pass. They literally turn your time and your convenience into a premium, high-profit product. So all of this, the layout, the smells, the lines, it all leads to one final overarching objective. Every single thing is designed to work together for one specific purpose. The most critical number for a theme park isn't your total spending for the day. Nope, it's your spending per hour. They have a limited window of your time, and the entire park is just a finely tuned machine designed to maximize the revenue from every single minute you're there. And modern tech has totally supercharged this. Mobile apps don't just show you wait times, they push personalized food offers right when you're near a restaurant. Those RFID wristbands track your movement and allow for seamless, cashless payments. It all works to reduce the friction of spending money, making it feel less like a transaction and more like just part of the fun. This all brings us to the central question at the heart of all this incredible design. Where exactly is the line? On one hand, you could argue this is all for our benefit. It reduces our anxiety, it's super convenient, and it extends the story, making the day better. But on the other hand, it absolutely creates a fear of missing out, it pressures us to spend, and with skip the line passes, it creates a two-tiered system where a better experience is explicitly up for sale. So the next time you're there, take a closer look. Are you simply experiencing the magic? Or are you walking through a brilliant, beautiful, and incredibly effective masterpiece of psychological design? The answer, most likely, is both.